The first time I ever saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and stars were gifts you gave to the dark and endless sky, my love. There was a time when you would often see lank young women, long hair, faces cosmetic-free, walking committedly along London pavements carrying a musical instrument case. If you'd been curious enough to ask one of these singular individuals to stop for a moment, open the case and show you the instrument within, you would almost certainly discovered it to be a banjo with 5 strings. Polly Dunn was one such young woman who collectively shared a devotion to folk music. Certain London coffee houses provided a space to graze. 5-string banjo owners and a few competent players would gather like geese on most evenings. The girls generally having hairstyle just like Polly's, rather allowed to have its own lightly brushed way. The men, to quote a notice fixed on the wall behind the stage of a notable folk club, clothes optional, beards compulsory. They all shared a deep interest in the musical traditions of the people, hand loom weavers breaking the hated factory machines and some having their own necks judicially broken in turn. The cotton riots in the 1890s. Far away and never to be visited places in the Americas. Ballads of the Dust Bowl, the stockyards, the life in the Appalachian Mountains, deftly recreated with song and rapid 5-string banjo finger picking. 2 mosquito facts pierced Polly's soft and slightly pallid skin, the colouring not indicating ill health, but a malarial diffusion of shame and regret. The first circumstance, that it would in time future be regarded as insignificant and commonplace. Her parents lived together and had done so for decades, but they not married for reasons that were never fully explained. She had unintentionally become aware of this when a primary school teacher, not without a degree of amused malice, why her father and mother had different surnames, awful reality inscribed at the foot of some official document that had been submitted to the school. The second burden, her loss of Robbie. They met during their first weeks at university. Jolly is an old-fashioned word, but when describing Robbie, an apt one. Soulmates is also overused, and overuse has decimated the impact of the original meaning into a mere cliché. Nevertheless, soulmates, when applied to Polly and Robbie, revived the original inference of the phrase. They were, to use yet another cliché, inseparable. During the course of a scramble across the heath of higher education, they shared an unsaid pact that, at its conclusion, their relationship would be converted and confirmed as a permanent state of mutual commitment. Those who do not venture far beyond the neighbourhood in which they grew up in, or wander far across the village boundary, are less inclined to suffer much in the way of mind changes, opinions and expectations. The central purpose of higher education is making students aware of a wider world and its possibilities. Robbie had been an over-cared-for child, and university his first time free of matriarchal influence. His announcement to Polly on the afternoon of their graduation, he was going off around the world, alone. It wrought devastation from which Polly had not and was convinced she might never recover from. The 5-string banjo, singing, with a not unpleasant and reedy voice, about the travails of historic others, provided a degree of balm and solace. It had been a cold, miserable March day, and Polly, around 8 in the evening, pushed open the door of the Kentucky Breakdown coffee bar. The chrome monster gazia hissed and steamed and bubbled, filling the air with an aromatic mixture of superheated milk and coffee. Only a few aficionados lounged about on the shiny red plastic upholstery that covered the bench seats that circled against the bare brick walls. Mild greetings were exchanged. Enthusiastic personal responses were not encouraged because of the fundamentally dour nature of their musical preferences. More than just a song with instrumental accompaniment, in essence, a means of dissecting the world past and present. Smiles surely must have been rare amongst workers in back-to-back dwellings, clustered around the belching factory chimneys, and rarer still inside and outside of the wooden shacks bordering the dirt tracks of the American South. A session eventually got underway about an hour or so later. Polly, intent on rounding off a difficult lick that had been the practice aim of the past few days. The fifth string snapped and was silent. "Damn it," said Polly, uncomfortably invoking memories of another unexpected parting. "Here, take this." A rotund, smiling man, fizzy-haired, wearing health service round-frame glasses, handed Polly a new fifth string, still in the original paper packet. "I'm Max, my first time here." Polly took the fifth string packet from Max and smiled, a smile that had almost become redundant because of lack of use. Removing the broken string from off her five-string banjo, threading, fixing and tuning with slim-fingered delicacy the new one, she gazed at Max, who in response moved a little closer along the red plastic seating. "My name is Polly," and considered for a moment the not particularly original thought that relationships were much like banjo strings. They snapped when least expected, but could be tunefully replaced. "I met my love by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream of the old canal, kissed a boy by the factory wall, dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon, cats prowling on their beat, springs a boy in the street at night, dirty old town, dirty old town."